over, and she has been planning this to share with our class. I know you have learned a little bit about this, so I'm super excited to see what else she has planned for you. So, all right, our voices are going to be off and we're going to be respectful.
My name is Charlie. This is my friend Isabel. Even though we are the same age, we are different. I am tall and Isabel short. I run fast. Isabel takes her time. I carry around a black and white kitty, and Isabel carries around a doll named Meg. I know a lot of words. Isabel words are sometimes hard for me to understand. Mommy says that differences are what make the world so great. Every Friday, Isabel and I play together. We dance to Stevie Wonder. Isabel teaches me how to twirl. We pretend to go shopping for grapes at the store. We cry when one of us forgets to share. We drink apple juice and eat Cheerios at the little red table and chairs. We bring our sippy cups together and say, "Cheers!" We go down the big slide at the park. We both like to do it ourselves. We hold hands. Isabel's hands are soft. Mommy is right. Life is more fun with friends like Isabel.
Hi, boys and girls. I'm Isabel's mother, and I'd like you to meet Isabel and her friend Charlie. You learned all about Isabel and Charlie in the video you just watched. But you might not have realized that Isabel and Charlie are real children, just like you. They're both 5 years old and live in Colorado. Charlie told you in the video that he and Isabel are alike in some ways, but different in others. Isabel has Down syndrome, which means that she doesn't look or think quite like Charlie does. Isabel can do many things that Charlie can do, but sometimes it takes her a little longer to do them. Charlie and Isabel have a wonderful friendship. I hope each of you will think about their friendship when you meet someone who might be a little different than yourself. You might be surprised at just how much you have in common. Just like Charlie and Isabel, each and every one of us is special and has a lot to offer. And that's what makes life so much fun.
So you can just close the screen. And then hit mute. Okay. Do this story, do you want to do this? Okay. You guys are being such great audience members. I'm so impressed right now.
Let's pass this out. partners.
Okay.
So you guys are going to share. So everyone gets one.
So try to just be with someone that's right next to you for now.
Yeah, I have a wet puppy right there.
All right, so make sure you are somewhere where you can have your eyes on this article. Allie's pulling up something really awesome she wants to show you. I'd like you to follow along. I'll wait. I'd like you to follow along with this article while I read it out loud. What is Down syndrome? Down syndrome is an intellectual disability that about 5,000 babies in the United States are born with each year. A person with Down syndrome has 47 chromosomes, microscopic structures that carry genetic information to determine almost everything about a person. Most people have only 46 chromosomes. It's the extra chromosome that can cause certain physical characteristics, such as short stature and an upward slant to the eyes, and speech and developmental delays. Still, people with Down syndrome are a lot like you. They're unique people with strengths and talents, a lot like you. And then this is a little interview with a child that has Down syndrome. Even though I have Down syndrome, my life is a lot like yours. I read books and watch TV. I listen to music with my friends. I'm on the swim team and in chorus at school. I think about the future, like who I'll marry, and I get along with my sisters, except when they take my CDs without asking. Some of my classes are with typical kids, and some are with kids with learning disabilities. I have an aide who goes with me to my harder classes, like math and biology. She helps me take notes and gives me tips on how I should study for tests. It really helps, but I also challenge myself to do well. For instance, my goal was to be in a typical English class by 12th grade. That's exactly what happened this year. But sometimes it's hard being with typical kids. For instance, I don't drive, but a lot of kids in my school do. I don't know if I'll ever be able to, and that's hard to accept. See me. But I still have to remind myself all the time that it really is okay to just be myself. Sometimes all I think other people see, is the outside of me, not the inside. And I really want people to go in there and see what I'm all about. Maybe that's why I write poetry, so people can find out who I really am. My poems are all about my feelings. When I hope, when I hurt. I'm not sure where the ideas come from. I just look them up in my head. It's like I have this gut feeling that comes out of me and onto the paper. I can't change that I have Down syndrome, but one thing I would change is how people think of me. I'd tell them, judge me as a whole person, not just the person you see. Treat me with respect and accept me for who I am. Most important, just be my friend.
So what did you guys learn about this article and about the story that I just read? What is Down syndrome? That's funny.
When you have like an extra chromosome in your body that makes you look different and makes you, and it has you delay. Down syndrome is basically just when you have an extra chromosome that makes it a little harder for you to do other things that other people can do.
Yep. So, in the girl that's being interviewed in this article, what are some things that she does that typical kids would do? Keegan? Watch TV. What else? Listen to music. Yep. Read books. Watch TV. Yep. So swims. Yep. She swims.
is your sister?
She's 3.
Oh,
So-
we are being good listeners and good audience members.
So my sister's 3. Normally, kids who don't have Down syndrome, they are walking and talking. They can ask for a snack. My sister does sign because she can't talk. She needs speech therapy. So that's some things that kids with Down syndrome have to do. Yes, Cannon.
How old is she?
She's 3.
How old was she? Is she walking now?
She's walking now.
How old is she?
She started walking 2.5. And she started signing when she was.
Yeah. My granddaughter has Down syndrome too. She's just starting to sign.
Yeah. But my sister does a program. It's called National Association with Child Disabilities, and she has to do exercises to strengthen her muscles because
Mira.
children with Down syndrome have weak muscle tone, and that's all.
So, and today is March 21st, and what day is that?
Today is National Down Syndrome Day. So on National Down Syndrome Day, we wear crazy socks.
We sent home a letter that Allie wrote up, but we
I
forgot.
forgot to send home. Sorry.
Okay, and then I have another story for you guys.
I did decorate my shirt.
I'm gonna sit on the table.
So, squeeze out your cushion.
Squeeze in. Okay, this book is called We'll Paint the Octopus Red. You've read this book?
Our classroom read this book.
This morning, my dad woke me up and told me I had a new baby brother named Alizae. When my mom first told me I was getting a new brother or sister, I wasn't very happy. I've had mom and dad to myself for almost 6 years, and I like that way. Then, I had a talk with dad about all the things I could do with my new baby brother or sister. My dad said that when the baby is little, I can help change the diapers. That sounds yucky, I said. My dad said that when the baby learns to sit up, I can roll a ball to it. That sounds boring, I said. My dad said that I can read books to the baby. I don't know how to read yet, I said. My dad said that when the baby gets bigger, we can play kickball in the backyard. I'll kick the ball farther, I bet. Babies can't kick balls, can they?
No.
No.
Because they are big.
And they can roll balls. Yep. Then I thought of some things all by myself. When we go to Grandpa's farm, the baby can help me feed the calves with the nipple bottle. My dad said the baby could do that when it gets bigger. When we go for a ride in the minivan, we can sit in the back and eat fruit snacks and stick our tongues out the window at the cars that go by. My dad said that fruit snacks were okay, but he didn't think we should stick out our tongues. Should we stick out our tongues and stick our head out the window?
I put my head out there.
People could.
I put my head out there.
I put my hand up when I'm
I put my head out there. Over to here, over to here.
Our voices are off.
When we go downtown to the art festival, I can show the baby how to paint a picture with an octopus. My dad said that sounded weird, but I explained that the octopus is only rubber, and you brush the paint on and then put the octopus on the paper. My dad made a face, but said that the baby would probably like that when it was older. When we go to see Aunt Wendy, the baby can go on the airplane with us, and I'll tell the baby to be really nice to Aunt Wendy, because she gives great presents. My dad said that the baby would definitely go on the plane with us, but that I should be nice to everyone, even if they don't give me presents. someday, when we're both older, we'll go to Africa on a safari and see elephants and rhinos. My dad said that we could go, but only if we took him along. By the time we were done talking, we thought of at least a million things my new brother or sister could do with me, and I was ready to be a big sister. But this morning, my dad's eyes were red when he woke me up. He said, "Emma, there's something you need to know about the baby." Then he said that Isaac has been born with something called Down syndrome. I guess I knew what that meant. Isaac won't be able to play kickball with me. My dad said that Isaac might not walk as soon as other kids, but he could probably learn to kick the ball when he's older. The girl in the article that we read, what can she do? Physically, just like yeah. What's one of the sports that she does? Swimming. So do you think that this boy can kick the ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isaac won't be able to feed the calves with the nipple bottle. My dad said that Isaac might need some help, but he'd be able to do that. He won't be able to ride in the back of the minivan and eat fruit snacks and stick out his tongue at cars. My dad smiled and said that he figured Isaac would be very good at both things. Then he won't be able to paint the octopus. My dad said that he was positive Isaac could do that if I showed him how. Will we take him along to Aunt Wendy's? My dad said we wouldn't go without Isaac. I knew the bad news was coming. He won't be able to go with me on a safari in Africa, will he? My dad said that he couldn't think of a reason why Isaac couldn't go. By the time we were done talking, we couldn't find one of those million things that Isaac wouldn't be able to do with me. If Isaac has this down thing, then what can't he do? My dad hugged me. He said that as long as we were patient with Isaac and helped him when he needed it, there probably wasn't anything he couldn't do. We went to the hospital and my mom was holding Isaac. I held his little hand. Hi Isaac, I'm your big sister, Emma. You smell like baby powder when I leaned close to whisper in his ear. I'll show you how to paint the octopus, Isaac, and I think we'll paint it red. Okay. Does anyone have any questions just about Down syndrome? Like, why is it called Down syndrome? Will it always have Down syndrome? Why is it called Down syndrome? It's called Down syndrome because a doctor named John Langdon Down was the first to write about this condition. He did not know all the things we know today about Down syndrome, but it's still named after Kennedy. Down syndrome is something that causes differences in the way a baby looks and learns, and it has something to do with an extra chromosome that is not needed. So
Can Down syndrome go away when you get older, or is it like
no, it will stay with you for the rest of your life. Keegan?
what's a
Chromosome? It's what you get from your mom and dad, and that's what makes you. And you have pairs. You have pairs of chromosomes. And the 21st chromosome, you have a third pair. I'm sorry.
It's a very extensive question you had, Keegan.
wow?
But good question.
Should I see the pen over there?
Oh, our voices are still off.
What if you had 48 chromosomes?
What if you have 48? I don't know.
We should look it up.
All right.
Okay.
We are going to get ready to go to recess in just a second.